Hello and welcome to this Minecraft house tutorial, guys. With me, Vidargavia. Behind me is the house in question. It's a very easy to build medieval starter house. So the house is fairly small and it requires only very basic materials that you can find very early on in your game. As you can see, it's got a fairly interesting shape, and especially the roof is fairly interesting, and I will show you how to build this house block by block. But let's have a look at the interior as well. We come in straight into the kitchen area, where we have a little furnace going on, and this chimney actually goes through the entire house and is the same chimney that you see on the outside of the house. And we have a preparation area and some handy chests for a little bit of storage. This house is very practical, I think, for survival building. We have chests up in the living room area as well. And then we have a bedroom here, with a bed of course, a furnace, and somewhere to hang your hat. Out here we have a balcony, which is quite shiny. And finally, you can also go up into the attic, and there's a fair bit of space up here where you can store your stuff. Let's get on with the tutorial, guys, but before we do, I just want to point out that if you are on the Java edition of Minecraft, there is in the description of this video a structure block download, and you can download this structure block file and just place this house in your world. If you're on Xbox or Pocket Edition or any other Bedrock edition, or on PlayStation 4, you can still build this house, but unfortunately there are no structure blocks in those versions yet. So to build this house you will need a fair bit of oak wood, a little bit of spruce wood, some cobble, and preferably some stone variants as well, and some white concrete powder. Now, white concrete powder is, and all of the concretes are actually really simple to get early on in the game, because the recipe is just gravel and sand and then some dye. So if you happen to kill a couple of skeletons, as you can see we don't need too much in this house, make it into bone meal and craft yourself this stuff. If you want to use something else, you can use white stained clay or terracotta, or you can use some other material like that, some sort of rather bright material. And to build this house you need an area that is 14 blocks by 13 blocks big. So let's start the build. What you want to do first is you want to make a cobblestone area, a square, which is 7 by 5, like this. And this is going to be the base of your house, where you have the kitchen and so on. Now you need to figure out where the entrance goes, and it goes 2 blocks from the right hand side. Okay, next you want to take your oak logs, and on the front of the house you want to go on the edge and 2 blocks out like that, and place a block there, leave a gap of 2 and place a block, and leave a gap of 2 and place a block. On the back side you want to do almost the same. You want to go from the left hand side out 1 block, place a block, and then a gap of 2 and place a block. You leave this one alone, however. On the left hand side of the house you want to go around and you want to place a oak log there and an oak log there, but leave the middle free. And when you're done it should look like this. The next step is to place some more oak logs. We want to have an oak log here and an oak log here. This is on the right side of the house and just right next to the house. Okay, so now you can take out these 3 blocks here, and this is where we're going to have a window later on. And the next step now is to build up everything 2 blocks. So add 1 more block to everything you built so far. We start with the logs here, and then we go with the cobble as well. Like that. Next you want to take some spruce and place it above the cobble, like this, all the way around. Okay, continue with the spruce wood and place 1 on top of every log that is too high, so that all your blocks are now on the same height, on 3 high. Next up, take some spruce wood slabs and connect these up like this. Leave a gap here because in the corner, and continue on the side here like this. And finally over here as well. And it should now look like this. Next up, take some spruce wood stairs, and now you want to line the entire build with this like this. So just go around, place upside down stairs all the way around the building, all the way around. And when you're done, you should have a big platform like this with a hole in the middle. Okay guys, next step is to take your oak logs again, and on each corner place a log 4 high. Like this. And when you're done, it should look like this. The next step is to, on all the inner corners, do the same. So over here, for instance, over here, and even over here, even though these are now right next to the other ones. And I think that's about it. So it should look like this. Okay, so it's time for a little bit of a special one here, guys. Right above the center pillar at the front of the house, place another log 4 high. And then, right next to this one, place another log 4 high. And finally, where those two meet, so go with that line and this line, place another log like that. So in the end, your loggage should look like this. Now we need to connect all these logs with logs. So you take logs and you go like this in between all of them. And when you're done, it should look like this. All we have to do now is to connect these up with each other as well, like that. Okay, let's mark up some windows next. So take your spruce stairs, go down to the ground floor and place a spruce stair there. Go right above it and place a spruce stair there. And then go around to your front of the house and place a spruce stair in the middle of the left section. On the left hand side of the house, go in from the right 1 block and place a spruce stair there. Around back, do the same. On the right section, go in 1 and place a spruce stair. And on the left section, place 2 spruce stairs in the middle. And this is going to be where all our windows are placed. Now you can go ahead and place upside down spruce stairs above all the spruce stairs you just placed, like so. Next up, it's time to use your white concrete powder. So fill in all the gaps like this, and here on the edge, and all around the house. The exception is that above the entrance, you don't want to fill in these bits here. Instead, you want to go in and fill in this. Actually, you can leave a gap in the middle there, but you also want to fill in this section here. When you're done, it should look like this. Okay, next step here is optional. If you feel that the white areas take up too much of your eye, you can actually go in on the left hand side here and remove this row of concrete powder and replace it with logs. Next up, you take your doors and place one here and one up top here. And then you can place a block above here. You can place concrete powder, or probably better, an upside down stair. Take some oak fences and place them along here and up top as well. And this forms your balcony. So right above the entrance we have the balcony like that. Okay, it's time to start thinking about the roof, guys. So from the front, go around to the right hand side and place a cobblestone stair like so. And go out one, and then place another stair, place a temporary block here and here, go around like this and remove the temporary blocks. Do the same thing on the other side. Place a stair and go up one, another stair, 2 temporary blocks, and a stair on the side like that, and remove the temporary blocks. You can go around and do this pretty much the same thing on the other sides, except you don't need to fiddle with the temporary blocks. So place a stair, go out one, and then wrap it around like this. And over here, and out. And that's you done with that, and it should look like this when you're done. The next step of the roof building is to raise the roof up, basically. So place upside down cobblestone stairs like that, and then normal ones on top, and build it up on these sides like this until you get to the middle. And in the middle you place an upside down stair facing like that. And that's your shape for that roof. It's the same for this side, the back side of the house. So you place upside down stairs and then normal stairs, upside down stairs, and normal stairs. The difference here is that when you come to the last part here, the stairs actually meet in the middle, like that. And of course, this side is exactly the same. You can build it up like this. Okay. Now, the front of the house. On the front of the house, we want to have this arch. And so what you do is you start off like the others. You place an upside down stair, then a normal facing stair, upside down stair, and then you swap to slabs. So on top of the upside down stair, you place a cobblestone slab, and the same thing on the other side. And then you go up by half a block, and you do that like that. So basically you place a slab next to the slab, and then a slab above it. And then you repeat that. And then in the middle you just cap it off like that. And that's our rounded roof. And when you're done, from above it should look like this. The next step is to start with the spruce part of the roof. And you basically want to go from this stair, wrap it around to that stair. So you go like this. And then this one is a bit tricky to place, but you place it like that. And then, of course, when the roof switches to slabs, you need to switch to slabs. But when it's stairs, you need to have stairs. Like that. And finally, when we get to the top part here, you'll notice that this roof is already done. But what we want to do at the top of this roof is we want to take cobblestone slabs and place them in a line straight across like this. All the way over to the other side. And what you notice then is that the slab here will leave a gap, so we'll replace that slab with a stair like that. And in point of fact, this top row of stairs would go straight across all the way to the other side. Now you can fill in the other sides the same way. Until it looks like this. And you do the back of the house as well. It's a little bit simpler because all you need to do is do stairs. There's no slabs here to worry about. And you just wrap it around like this. The same as we did on the other side, really. Your roof should now look like this. And we need to do the sides of the roof here as well. And so you take some oakwood planks now, and you just basically fill it in. but leave a gap in the middle like that, and that'll be our little window for our attic later on. And you do the same on all 4 sides. However, for the sides of the house, you can also go for a oak wood slab and place it up top like that to make the window a little bit smaller. It's time to place the windows, guys. I usually prefer to have light grey glass because it's very unintrusive and it looks kind of medieval. Also, you can see quite clearly through it. So just go around with whatever glass you fancy and place in all of the windows like that. And that is pretty much the outside done. Now there are things we can fiddle with and details you can add. So for instance, if you want to make a little porch like I had on that house over there, all you do is you remove some blocks here and fill it in with spruce. And then you take your fences, and place a fence there, and fence there. Another thing you can do is you can make a little planter area. That can be quite nice. So what you do is you remove some blocks around here, and then you remove that block and that block. Take a bucket of water and place it like that. Then you replace that block with a block of grass or dirt, and then you line this with spruce like that. Then you can take your fences again and go like that. If you hoe this, then you can plant things over here. A little emergency food supply you can have here. Okay, it's time to have a look at the interior of the house. At the moment it's fairly crude. We have everything visible and everything is one floor as well. So the first thing you want to do with the interior is probably sort out the floor in your kitchen. And I always want to have spruce flooring in the kitchen, so let's go for that. Let's get this water out of here. And just fill it in like this. Okay, so now we want to sort the stair out. And you want some spruce wood stairs for that. And you want to basically place a stair right next to the cobble in the corner there. Remove that block and remove that block. Place another stair and remove the first slab here and place a stair, except you can't place it, so you have to place it like that. So there we go, that's the stair up. And now you can take spruce slabs and fill in the roof above you in the kitchen like this. And of course you want to make sure that you can still enter and exit, so if you place a slab here you have to remove it. Okay, with that out of the way we can go up top and have a look at what we can do up here. First of all, we want to have some oak slabs and place the ceiling. And the ceiling goes on that height there, so that half of the logs are visible up top. And you can just fill in the whole thing. Time for the inside walls, the inner walls. There's only one really, so right next to this pillar here, you can just place some blocks like this, and this makes the interior wall that separates the living room from the bedroom, like that. And then of course you want to have a door, you can put that there. And of course you want to place the door as well, place it from the bedroom so you get more space in the living room, or so that it feels like you have more space in the living room. Next up, we need to go on to the ground floor again, and one block to the left of the door you can place a furnace there. And then what you do, we need to build a chimney, so then you can go ahead and remove blocks as far as you can see, place a stair on top of the chimney, a stair on top of the furnace by holding down shift, and then another stair upside down like that. And that is just to give the chimney a little bit more definition and at the start. Okay, so keep breaking blocks until you see daylight. Now you can, if you want to, just have cobblestone going up like this, and maybe that's the best way to start. So we want to have a furnace in the bedroom as well, so we replace one of the blocks there with a furnace, and then you can break 2 blocks like that and place stairs like that as well, again giving the definition of the chimney. It just adds a little bit of interest to it. The main part of the decoration is, or the building is done. However, the decoration remains, of course. And you can decorate this however you want. I prefer to have quite a lot of chests, to be honest. So grab some of them and grab some trapdoors and start placing down blocks. So when you come into a house, it's always good to have a bit of storage. So we have two chests here, and then we can have some when we come up as well here. And because we want to make it look nice, you can make them seem like they're on shelves by placing some trapdoors around them. And then of course you can have any number of chests around here as well. But the main thing really is that you need to have somewhere to have your armor and stuff like that. And that can be a chest, or it can be, like I did, an armor stand. And in my case I placed it on the diagonal like that. And then some item frames. And place them like that. And then you can just put your gear here when you're not using it. And of course we need a bed as well. And we'll go for a light grey one. You can choose any color you like, of course. Okay, so next up we need some ladders, and we need to connect the attic. So place 3 ladders like that, and then place a trapdoor at the top. And when you climb up, you will climb on the trapdoor as well. As you can see, things aren't quite what they should be up here. So here we do have some more building that we need to do. First of all, place a ceiling here over the balcony. So take some spruce wood, sorry, and go around like this, just to remove space that you can't use anyway, like that. And then finally place a row of blocks up in the ceiling as well. And there you go, your attic is now ready for use. Okay guys, that was it for this house. And there are some details I didn't show, and I'll quickly go through some of them. First of all, I placed some cobblestone fences or walls up top here, just to give that medieval fantasy chimney feel. And some of the decoration is sort of optional, and you have to make it fit your needs. And if you have any questions about how I did any of it, just remember that you can leave a comment and I will reply as best I can. And also remember to download the structure block if you are on the Java version of Minecraft. And I hope you will enjoy this house and that it can be useful for you in your survival world. But until next time guys, I will see you later. Bye!